Hey everyone. Hello. It's Ivone Emilia Lizondo again. I'm doing this quick video for two reasons. First, to explain what the rising moon and sun signs represent in your chart, and then hopefully after watching this video, you'll be able to get an idea of what it would be like to have a reading with me. And all of my clients receive a 20 to 30 minute video recording, such as the one that I'm going to show you right now. But you also have a consultation session where we talk to each other. You can ask questions, I answer, we have a dialogue, right? So you take this video recording with you and you can refer to it after your consultation session for as long as you want. The three things that I absolutely do need from you, two for sure. One is if you don't have it, well, you don't have it. The first one is your date of birth. Can't do astrology without your date of birth. And then I would need your birthplace, where you were born. And then I would also need your birth time. Now, if you don't have your birth time, that's okay. As I said, we could, it's better if we have it. We get more detail from the chart, but without the birth time, we can still pull plenty of information and you would still get a great reading. Okay, so the very first place that I look at, most astrologers do too, and I want to start off by saying that I practice traditional Western whole sign based astrology. Just like to throw that out there in case people know what I'm talking about and they are not necessarily tuned into those techniques, right? So the very first place that I look at, and most astrologers look at, is the rising sign. So it's that thick black line on the left part of your chart with an arrow on it. This is the horizon at the time of your birth. The horizon represents new beginnings, new potentials, new journeys. So this represents you in this world. What is your potential coming into this world? What will people see and experience from you in this particular lifetime? In this case, it is in Capricorn, right here. Okay, so there's a Capricorn glyph. And Capricorn's just a few, terms to define a Capricorn as practical, stable, foundational, hard worker, loyal, traditionalist, ritualist, but also maybe aloof and maybe detached until you get to know them, friendly, but could also be their worst critics, right? So this is Capricorn rising. This is what people will see from you. They will see somebody who's a hard worker. They'll see somebody who's responsible. They'll see somebody who sometimes may be too hard on themselves, okay? So again, this is your rising sign. All right, the next sign that I'm going to look at is your sun sign. Most of you know what your sun sign is, right? This is because we practice modern astrology here, since the 1900s, the sun sign became the most prominent. I, however, as a traditional astrologer, prefer to use the rising sign and then the sun sign. But the sun sign represents how you use your energy in this lifetime. And in this case, it is in Leo. Okay, so how you use your energy, what your purpose is in life, how you do things to get through life. So for example, what do we know about Sun in Leo? Sun in Leo is super strong. It's in its home place. It's the ruling planet of Leo. So in this case, this person's going to be super strong, charismatic, goal-oriented, dives into projects and relationships. And it's kind of like that fire in the fireplace during a cold winter night that you put it on. It's nice and warm and luxurious and it just feels good. That's Leo in the sun in Leo. But the sun in Leo could go astray if the sun isn't shining correctly, or if the light or the spotlight is not on them. They could become depressed. They could become, they can really lack self-confidence. Like they may portray confidence, but underneath they may struggle with, a whole bunch of confidence. They may have the tendency to be the coach in relationships, to be the enthusiast amongst their, the group. So this is how this person with a sun in Leo would work, through life, right? And finally, we have the moon sign. Okay, so the moon sign right here. What does the moon represent? It represents how we perceive our experience. So how we perceive our experience relates to how we feel. So the moon is highly connected to the emotions, tides, right? So the tides come in and out. They fluctuate. It's water, right? It moves. so does the moon, so do our emotions. So the moon represents our intuitiveness, our emotions, how we perceive life. It's also the place where you will feel the most safe. Okay, in this case, it's going to be in Scorpio. So this moon in Scorpio, Scorpio is a water energy, right? And so the moon naturally gravitates to water signs because it regulates the water. So this person would perceive life in a very non-trusting way, right? It may take them a long time to trust you or to trust their surroundings. They may not feel comfortable in getting connected with people right away. It may take them some time. This is the emotion of deep churning currents is what I'm trying to say. So it's like underneath. This placement is not superficial. If you date someone with a Scorpio moon, you better be prepared to dive in deep to those emotions. And along with that might come, jealousy and insecurity, but it all pays off because they are the most loyal, trusting people once you get in on their good graces. Now, if you mess that up, they'll come and they'll sting you really quickly. Okay. So this is how we put it all together, right? So again, if I did this one more time, I would look at the rising sign. This person expresses themselves as very practical, very grounded, hard worker, responsible. Let's take that off, dismiss. And so we have this opportunity to express ourselves in this way. Sometimes they're overly critical of themselves, right? The second thing that we see is the sun sign in Leo, right? So how do they work through life? Well, we may see them as responsible and hard workers, but they may also come across as natural leaders. They may also be that person, that coworker that just takes charge and just does things for everybody else, doesn't need permission, just goes and does it. But if they're not feeling well, they're going to feel depressed. Okay. And then, of course, we have the moon sign, and the moon sign here represents our perception and our emotions. So this is going to be somebody who, as a Capricorn, appears to be, practical and grounded. And as a sun sign, a leader, a natural coach, an enthusiast, but may struggle with emotion. Okay. Because it prefers that deep level of emotional connection. He or she may not trust very easily. Woo! That was it. The ins and outs of the rising sign, the sun sign, and the moon sign. If you would like a reading, please feel free to contact me, reach out to me, Facebook, text me, message me. I'm also on my website on spiritualessence.com. That's www.spiritual-essence.com. And I hope you enjoyed this. Stay safe, everyone. Blessed be.